The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer is here, a little earlier than expected, but right now social media is blowing up. The overall reaction from everybody is just a holy crap, I cannot wait to play this, and many are talking about the fantastic character models, the animations, the environments, the density. There's just so much about this trailer. It's only about 90 seconds long, but it truly shows a next-gen experience, and it shows why Rockstar Games leads by example. But yesterday we did a full-on breakdown frame by frame of the GTA 6 trailer, but over the last couple of hours, just so many more smaller details have been discovered, and I wanted to put it all together in this video. A huge shout out to the GTA forums, a lot of discoveries coming from there. I will have a link down in the description below if you want to get on the conversation over there, but also make sure to consider subscribing. I'm going to be covering everything Grand Theft Auto 6 up until release, so make sure you are subscribed for all of that new content, but let's dive into it. We're actually going to start off with the new cover art for this first trailer, and while this does give us a great look at the relationship dynamic that we're going to have with Lucia and Jason, if you actually look closer at Lucia, if you look at her ankle, you'll notice an ankle monitor, and that seems to be a nice callback to, I assume, how the game is going to open up with her prison sentence. And a lot of people are theorizing that this may be a way that Lucia can't leave like the state of Leonida, which is what Florida is going to be called in this game. I believe I'm saying it right, but yes, it does seem like Lucia may have some restrictions which could factor into the gameplay, and personally myself, someone who loved those earlier GTA games and those restrictions and stuff, I feel like narratively it should be a lot of fun. Some may have noticed that Grand Theft Auto 6's trailer's structure did kind of have some interesting similarities to GTA 5's. This was pointed out by Steven Totillo, a writer at Axios, saying in 2011 the opening dialogue was, "Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather." And in here in 2023 with GTA 6 it was, "Lucia, do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess." And we do get the Rockstar Games Presents in both trailers, which is kind of like a skyline of both of the cities, Los Santos and Vice City. At 19 seconds, there's a boat in both trailers. 25 seconds, there's a red convertible. 48 seconds, a door is being kicked down. And then we have this similarity of individual, getting the property up for sale, and then, well, Florida man in GTA 6. So just some very small, interesting details, some nice similarities, maybe a coincidence, maybe not. Now, another very notable detail from the trailer is the song that was chosen, "Love is a Long Road" from Tom Petty. And the lyrics that are said in the video is, "There was a girl I knew, she said she cared about me, she tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other to hold, but love is a long, long road. Yeah, love is a long, long road." And with this being a Blunt Bonnie and Clyde theme, it definitely seems like this relationship is going to be at the center of the narrative of GTA 6, and how we can change that. We don't really know yet, but there was some indication based on the previous leaks from last year that relationship could go a couple of different ways. Maybe that impacts the endings, maybe that impacts how the story comes together, but Jason and Lucia, their trust is going to be a main focus with the story. Now, on the graphics side, there was a lot of very interesting details which shows the enhancements that Rockstar Games has made the last couple of years to their game engine. First off, we do see some of those great ray-traced effects. We see some global illumination. We see the light reflecting from the prison jumpsuit onto Lucia's face and the entire room. We also see later some ray-traced water reflections in one of the TV commercials that is shown. We also see within the interiors that Rockstar Games is using some very interesting techniques that we previously saw in the Spider-Man 2 game. What that means is there's so many different skyscrapers, getting all those interiors having unique details is something that really is difficult to pull off, but that technique allows them to, it's kind of fake in a way, but it looks real. I guess that's the best way to describe it. There's also more realistic jet streams that we see. We also see some awesome water physics, some of which I believe were featured in Red Dead 2. We also see some hair physics, as we have a couple of scenes in which cars are moving, a couple of female characters outside of the cars, and we can see the hair moving with it. Looks great. We also see some ass physics in one scene, and Rockstar definitely going all out with this game. We also see when Lucia and Jason are about to start a robbery towards the end of the trailer, Lucia kicks in the door, and we actually see at the bottom of the door dust blowing in, so I just love that attention to detail. We also see a street takeover. There's a bunch of realistic shadows and potential volumetric smoke that's being used within this scene. Stunning technological advancements in my mind. And then there's also the beach shot, where we get to see a lot of density, a lot of different NPCs walking about. They all look amazing with different looks, different appearances, different shapes. shapes, sizes, tattoos, and all kinds of unique characteristics to their designs. But what's also notable is that the NPCs, some of them actually have sand stuck to their feet after they were, I guess they were in the water previously. So I just love, again, those small little details. We also see Red Dead Redemption 2's realistic wildlife appears to be returning. We see a couple of different animals throughout this trailer: flamingos, alligators. We also see some chihuahuas, small little dog. Lucia actually can be seen holding onto the car door as they race away from a Port Gellhorn pawn shop robbery. So it does look like maybe we'll have some more realistic animations for when we're driving about with another character in the car. That could be something that spreads on over to GTA Online 2. Now, within this trailer, we saw a lot of different vehicles. Some of the most notable ones that we see is that the Sea Sparrow mini helicopter is back. Blimps also appear to be back, one of which was spotted in our tease of the Keys. This one actually appears to be inspired by the drug trafficking blimp Fat Albert that used to be over the Keys. I guess that ended a couple of years ago. We also see the airboat return from the leaks. It's again spotted with hints at us maybe being able to hunt/fish in the game. We also see all kinds of different types of boats. There's a cargo, fishing, speedboats, a yacht, which are all moving around within the ocean. So hopefully they aren't just stationary, as I believe they are in GTA 4 and 5. Now, some of the other vehicles that were noticed is some of the exotics is an unknown Pagasi supercar seen in traffic at the Ocean Drive hotel scene. We also see a Bravado Banshee there, a Grotti Carbonizar, a Grotti Cheetah Classic, a Pfister Comet S2 Cabrio. Some other vehicles is a Bravado Gauntlet Hellfire, a D-Class Tulip M100, an Imponti Ruiner, a Karen Futo, a Vapid Dominator GTX. If you look very closely in the background of this same scene, we have a Oceanic. We also have a Buick Skylark 6th generation, a Chevy Sonic, a Chrysler 300, which is returning. I don't believe it was featured in GTA 5. We also have an Albany Primo, and it goes on and on. There's just so many. We also see some sort of monster truck. I don't remember seeing those in previous GTA games, but I could be wrong. We do have some new motorbikes, or previous motorbikes in past GTA games. The Mabutsi Sanchez is there, along with the Nagasaki Blazer. Moving along, we have Patriot Beer, which is returning from GTA 4 and 5, but it looks like it has some sort of makeover nowadays. In the sky, there appears to be a plane with a sign 919, and it reads, "Why 69 when you can 919?" Just that hilarious Rockstar comedy, I suppose. We have another company that is seen on the beach, Soul Sisters. It's on the Vice Beach, I should say. There's Dolls of Destruction on the back of somebody's shirt. Unclear what this is a band of. Maybe they'll appear in the game. Not a real life band, though. Sasanta Nove appears on one of the bikini characters. Some people say this is Lucia. Some people say it's not, but this is a premium fashion brand, and it is returning. If you missed the joke, the first time Sasanti Nove appeared in GTA 5, it's Italian for 69. Poach appears as, you can see, one of the employees taking down an alligator outside of a pool. They appear to stand for Protection of Animals and Controlled Hunting, which could be an organization featured in the game, going after having us have to get some animals out of some unfortunate locations. We see Go Postal return. This is on the back. This is just the mailing service that was in Grand Theft Auto 5. Leonida is the confirmed name of the state that is Florida here in Grand Theft Auto 6. We also do have a look at some of the different Rideout customs. There is a mention of Vice Vinyl and Rideout customs, so maybe places where we can customize our vehicle at. There is some drug satire, Angstipan. It cures emotions. And if you look very carefully at what it says patients 18 to 65 should use with extreme caution. Sudden urge to blink could be life-threatening. And then it continues saying, call your doctor if that lasts more than 4 hours. Results may vary. We also do see some currency in the game, not called United States of America, but called United States of Paranoia. Interesting. Weasel News is once again back. We see some commercials with it. We also see in Spanish a confession in ink, which, it reads, confession written in ink for tattoos, a tattoo on the neck that gave himself away, key to the conviction of a Florida man, which he also looks like he's inspired, I believe, by the real-life Florida Joker. So again, Rockstar taking inspiration from real life. And there's a couple of that within this trailer. As in one video, we have a crazy hammer lady, a Karen, and she appears to be inspired by a similar TikTok. I guess Rockstar has been paying attention. We also see a yacht guy which does look a lot like Jeff Bezos, and a lot of people think that is what Rockstar is parodying. We see Pisswasser return, and again, it wouldn't be Grand Theft Auto without that, and that is a beer brand. We obviously also have Lager Beer, which is shown in that same scene. Rockstar's version of Corona, or I guess Modelo, is parodied here with Pendejo Cerveza Lager Light. And then during the robbery scene towards the end, we actually see at the door there's a sign which says, "We will no longer accept cash stored in underwear." And there's also, it seems like, an homage to Tom Petty saying "Petty forever." Now, some of the animals that were spotted in this footage, we have a small dog which looks like a chihuahua running on the beach next to its owners. We see dolphins, sharks, and turtles swimming near the beach. There's flocks of flamingos, alligators nearby, and some other wildlife in the background. And there's also a chameleon on what appears to be a homeless man's shoulders. Just Rockstar comedy there. We do see a bunch of different locations that were, again, featured in previous Grand Theft Auto games. Well, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I should say. Ocean View Hotel returns from Vice City along with the iconic boardwalk. Kelly County is mentioned on a traffic sign, a new location I don't think has been previously leaked or mentioned. We do see Vicedale County mentioned on an officer's badge. Leonard County Sheriff's Department race past Jason and Lucia, presumably after they rob a place or a location, maybe a pawn shop. We do see a stunt ramp appears on the Keys, and the main airport actually is behind the Vice City sign. And the Casilla Center is shown. This is where the Miami Heat play there in real life. Maybe there'll be a different, in-universe name for them in Grand Theft Auto. And there's also a nearby building with a hole in it, likely inspired by the real Miami Marquise condos. And there's also colorful neighborhood, or I guess that's the best way I can describe this, but it appears to be inspired by Wynwood, a real location, again, in Miami. On one NPC's car handles, this redneck individual, you can see that he has duct tape door handles inside of his Imponte, which, again, Florida man, Rockstar knew the incitement, and they certainly delivered in that regard. There does appear to be maybe a pervy guy taking a picture or a video of a woman bending down, or he could be shooting for her social media, because there's a lot of phones out and a lot of recording, which Rockstar definitely going all out with parodying our new culture, which is the obsession with phones. In the background of one of the scenes, you can see a giant billboard sign, which is, I guess, of the police, and it's a wanted sign mentioning that somebody, I guess maybe an individual, is wanted for panty sniffing. Make of that as you will. And for the first time, it does appear that in some capacity, kids are in Grand Theft Auto. I don't know how Rockstar is going to handle it. I don't know if this is just reserved for some of these videos that we may come upon, because social media, again, appears to be a major part of Grand Theft Auto 6, but we do see in the background of one of these videos, kids wrestling around in mud. Maybe this goes further, maybe it's just limited to stuff like that. We'll have to see. There's also a TV clip which shows potential destruction effects. We see glass on the ground, the car overturned. I do wonder how far Rockstar goes with the destruction mechanics in this game. And this may be an obvious one, but if you didn't notice, there are toll lanes returning in subcapacity in Grand Theft Auto 6. And just an FYI, it does look like these toll lanes are leading to Starfish Island, another iconic location from Vice City. And last but not least, in what appears to be the pawn shop robbery that Lucia and Jason are about to pull off, it looks like they have Glocks in their hands. So these were just many of the smaller hidden details that were within this trailer. There's probably going to be a lot more stuff that we'll find in the coming days as the community has time to really dissect this trailer and everything that it has within it. But if there's anything I did miss, let me know down in the comment section below, because, well, this trailer is only about 90 seconds long, maybe about 70 or so seconds of actual gameplay and footage, or I should say cinematics and gameplay and footage. There's just so much within it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below on all of this, and make sure to subscribe for a lot more Grand Theft Auto 6 content to come, and I'll see you later.